Hey YouTube, it's Frisky Dingo here doing another reaction video. For today we're looking at Fury versus Wilder versus Fury. And what can we say from the internet? We basically just found out that Fury could have retired after having to win his Deontay Wilder fight and not being able to secure the AJ fight, or being forced to take the Wilder third fight and happen to lose. He's basically in a very weird predicament. I mean, you would think because of him calling himself the lineal champion that he would still be able to get a fight with AJ for number one status, but even in that sense, we aren't seeing very much happening between the AJ and Fury camp. But at least we know with Wilder that the fight is done deal and contracts have been signed. But it's just very unfortunate that Tyson Fury had to get to a point where it was either lose to Wilder, retire, or just vacate the belt, which doesn't make much sense. And that's one of the things, you know, that hurts boxing, is just in general the boxing politics. Like, no one wants to sit there and have to figure out why a fighter is having to be forced to not take a third fight, but then go up to another fighter to get that fight, but not finish his third fight with the original fighter. That, you know, it's a lot of information to sept through, and I think for a lot of people, you know, they just want to see the fight, and you know, that's where I'm at. I definitely want to see Fury versus Wilder. I definitely would love to see AJ versus Wilder, or AJ versus Fury, or Fury versus who's another fighter that I believe that would be good, right? Oh yeah, Ruiz. That would be another good fight too. So I definitely think they're all in the mix to have something big happen. There's a lot of money at play, and with all the information that we're getting back from Fury now, we're finding out that Fury, unfortunately, like I said, you know, had to make a decision at this current point in his career. He should just go for the third fight or retire, and it's obvious that he's going for the third fight, and that's what he feels most comfortable with. So I think overall, it's one of the gems of boxing. We're still gonna get the third fight. Hopefully, we get either Wilder or Wilder versus AJ, because I mean that's the fight that everyone is looking forward to, because supposedly the contract is Wilder faces Fury. Even if he loses, he'll still go on to face AJ versus Fury. He'll still have the AJ versus Fury fight, and whoever wins that fight fights Wilder, which I do think, once again, it's very prime to have a setup of three fights set up like that. I think the only problem is gonna be promoters. It's gonna be money. It's a lot of things all put into the middle that unfortunately is gonna make this situation not work. I hope as a boxing fan I'll be able to see it. All of the problems that have been happening with Fury and this Glovegate scandal, this fight needs to happen even more, because Fury, you know, he has a lot to explain for. Just seeing the videos, seeing all four of his knuckles imprint into a boxing glove. You know, I haven't been a professional boxer ever, but once again, still performing in boxing, still being able to train and develop myself for years on end, I've never seen anybody, you know, have their knuckles inside their glove that outlined. I've never seen that before. So unless someone could show me like a special type of glove that he wore that does that, but I've just never seen it before. So I'm gonna leave it throws up in the air. I do believe Tyson Fury was cheating. He was caught before cheating against Cunningham. He was caught cheating against Klitschko for Peds. So we understand that he does have a predicated history on cheating in boxing. So I'm gonna have to go with what Deontay Wilder has been saying. Unfortunately, did he get outboxed? Of course, 100%. But I do think that he'll come in a better shape for the third fight, and that's what boxing is all about. It's about overcoming all odds. So hopefully we get to find out more. I will update the channel if we get any more news about Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, or if we get any more news about AJ and the heavyweights. I'll definitely update you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.